Hey Lee, this is Cameron. I'm gonna make this short video here, hopefully less than 10 minutes, but I'm gonna go quick. Just explain this spreadsheet that I'm gonna send to you in an email. It's for your use. It's gonna be a living document. I try to update and tighten, down, summarize more and more. But I want to explain to you what I found and what I'm doing, so you kind of get the strategy more. And you understand when I can start like deploying the strategy. So, with some specific tactics. So for keyword research, keyword data, keyword strategy, this should kind of touch on most of that. So, right down here in the bottom, your highlighted sheet here, keyword competition summary, is the main sheet that I kind of did some drilling into some keywords that I thought would hit service 1 and service 2 for mailboxes and offices. So I picked 3 to study, and that was just based on intuition. I picked business mailbox, mailbox services, and rent a mailbox. From the perspective of a client or customer searching for your services. I picked out the top 3 listings in organic and maps, so that's what's shown here. And then these are specific pages and URLs to pages, not just the company names. And companies don't rank, websites, domains don't rank. It's these pages that are ranking for these keywords. Now, I used Bright Local, which is just a software that accounts for geographic location in the U.S. So I picked El Cajon, California, and these keywords. And that basically takes out all the other bias that Google could apply to me and my search history and my IP address where I'm located. So essentially, this is what, this is the best first snapshot I could take. Now, I ran each one of these not each one yet. I'm going to have my assistant finish the process. But I picked some, for example, for this video and for this study, so I can show you, there's multiple times where the same company, same domain is ranking on different pages. They're ranking for different keywords. So that's what's going on with some of these results. Also, in Maps, they don't have to have a website attached to Maps. It's just their Google My Business that's ranking for that keyword. So where you see no website, that's just the name of that address on Map. There's an address associated with it, a phone number associated with it. That's just the Google My Business listing ranking on its own, not even from the power of a website. So when you see no website on Maps, kind of gives me hope. We can take those keywords. If we're getting those keywords on your website and on blogs or stories and everything, new content on your website, then it's going to push your Google My Business up to compete for these locally. The next thing I wanted to point out in this, a lot of these are big national chains, and we don't expect to beat these players. What we're doing is following in their footsteps, because they have the big SEO budgets and the big, budgets to put it ranking for these keywords. We know that they've already done the due diligence that it's worth ranking for these keywords. So I don't think you need to worry about, the search volume, the demand. I think you need to worry about competition. And on that spectrum, I would say, don't need to really try to compete with UPS or Postal Annex or Postal Center Plus. Some of these bigger players are going to have you beat on different things. What I would try to do is niche down and highlight your other services that make you stand out, obviously, from these big chains, and we'll get to that. We've already talked about that. So, all right, that kind of lays out the concept of why I do this study this way. It doesn't mean we're going to beat UPS. It means we're just hooking onto their train and using their horsepower. So when you go into these, the numbers just refer back to like the service and the keyword I looked at. So reference back 1.1 UPS. All right, 1.1 UPS store. That's the number 1 rank for that keyword. So when you look at these sheets, it shows the number of searches in the Google rank. That's real data, and it changes a lot, but gives you a snapshot to know what to go after. So these will be obvious targets for us. Anything that doesn't have to do with shipping. So some of these aren't relevant just because it's services, right? But the keywords, some are. Mailbox services near me, obviously relevant. So that's what, shows us. Now I did another one of the players in Postal Annex because I wanted to see one for maps. What does maps look like? They have more location specific pulled in from other pages. But the ones we're going to focus on are obviously these ones. Right, we could do all these. We can actually rank for their keywords. And hopefully, even if it's not relevant, we can rank for their keywords and outrank them in results. So that's why we do this. I did it for, what did I do it for? Keywords 1 and 2 and 3 on service 1, and then I did on service 2 for office spaces. It gets a little more relevant on maps. There's very relevant keywords that we're going to go after. And I found some other players that I just put in here that didn't rank in my study, but I know that they're going to be competition that have good keywords. Like Business Center La Mesa doesn't have a lot, but we want to take what they have. Business Center Office and Business IT Support La Mesa. So whatever we can do to try to take their keywords, we'll try to do those. And then we'll copy some big national that are, that have franchises here locally and do the same. So I hope that was of relevancy to you. I don't know if I got it in this video, but this first tab here, it obviously took me a couple takes to explain this to you, get it under 10 minutes. But this first tab is what you're ranking for. So this is current. Obviously, we're going to make this much bigger and higher ranking. But this is what I was referring to. Door signs, El Cajon. Office signs, El Cajon. I wasn't sure how those got pulled in. You're actually ranking for them, but these are what we want to improve. Shared office services, business address office, small conference rooms. So that gives you a landscape, kind of a quick shot. This kind of shows you my strategy at how I'm going to go after, I'm going to reverse engineer these players are coming in for some relative keywords. Oh, the last thing I want to show you, essentially, I have to look at your website and try to decide what your intent was. Same way Google does it. Their algorithm, their bots will read your website and try to say, okay, how many times do I see this phrase, this keyword, this long tail or short tail keyword, and they'll rank you accordingly. So when I look at it from a human eye, I should be able to be like, obviously they're trying to rank for office solutions. So office solutions, and there's another office solutions. So you have them in your headlines or your H1s, office solutions. It's what Google should be trying to rank you for if that is a actual keyword that's trending and being searched. So I took a shot in the dark and just said, okay, from Google's standpoint, if I reverse engineer office solutions, who's competing for office solutions and what kind of businesses are they? So I ran it anyway. I didn't put any of these I didn't run these players because I wanted to show you that office solutions here is realty. This is furniture supply. Like used furniture supply, desks, cabinets, and stuff. This is a LinkedIn for the same office solutions. So these are exact matches, domains. So when you run a keyword for it, they're going to obviously come up. Office solutions, cheaper office solutions, LinkedIn/office solutions. Then on maps, it pulls in office. This Coastline Office Solutions office furniture store. Eco Office Solutions, janitorial service. California Premier Office Solutions is a warehouse. So this to me shows me that the theory with the website was not set up like, okay, doing the keyword research first, then writing the copy, writing the headlines. That's what we're doing now. So that's where I want you to start thinking about this. Changing your website is not going to change your ranking. It's only going to improve your ranking for certain keywords because of this. I mean, you're not ranking for what you need to rank for. So, hope that all helps. I went over 10 minutes, broke my promise, cut it off before 11. I'll talk to you later, sir. Thanks.